Hi everybody, welcome to engVid.com. I'm Adam. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about movies. And what I'm going to show you are some movie lines that came from actual movies, from scripts, that people use in everyday situations. Now, this is part of the learning process for those of you learning English. It's very important to understand that native English speakers, and I'm sure this happens in your native languages as well, native English speakers often refer to cultural signposts, I guess you could say, cultural things that reflect a particular situation. So in this case, I'm going to talk about movie lines that are so famous that people often refer to them if they fit the particular context that they're in. So I'm going to start with this one. If you build it, they will come. This came from the movie Field of Dreams. The main actor is Kevin Costner. And what happens in this movie, he has a dream that he should build a baseball diamond, a baseball playing area, so that all the ghosts of all the great players from the past will come and play. Now, it sounds like a crazy idea, so he's not sure if he should do it. But then one of the ghosts, I guess, comes and tells him, if you build it, they will come. So basically what this means is have faith. Follow your dreams. Don't give up. Even if people are telling you you're crazy, even if it sounds crazy, even if it's difficult, keep your faith, follow your dreams, and you will succeed. You will get what you want. And people use this in those situations. So, for example, I want to go to university to become an engineer, but I'm not very good with math and it's very difficult for me. So I'm about to give up. And then my friend will say, come on, if you build it, they will come. It means follow your dreams, try it, and you'll see. You may succeed at the end. Don't give up. Okay? But again, movie lines capture an idea. They capture a feeling more than, oh, don't give up, keep trying. Yeah, that's very easy to say. This has a bit more of an effect. That's why people refer to these. As an English learner, you're not going to see these things in English textbooks. You have to watch movies, you have to listen to music, you have to watch TV, because a lot of the things that native English speakers use come from there. So let's go on to another one. Make him an offer he can't refuse. Now, I could pretend to be Marlon Brando and say it like that, but I'm sure you know it, you've heard it enough times. So the movie is Godfather. I think it's Godfather 2, where he says this line. Essentially means make him understand that he doesn't really have a choice. So this is actually quite often used in business. So like I'm sending my representative of my company, and I tell him, go to the competition and tell him I want to buy his company, and just make him an offer he can't refuse. Basically make it clear to him that if he says no, I will bankrupt him and take his company anyway. So convince him nicely, but not really. That's why I put the quotes. Make him an offer he can't refuse. Convince him he has no choice, basically. Show me the money. Like, show me the money, right? I'm not going to yell that either, but that's from the movie Jerry Maguire. He's a sports agent, and he's talking to one of his clients, and he's saying, I'm going to work for you, and I'm going to help you, and blah, blah, blah. And his client says to him, all I want to hear from you is these words, show me the money. And he makes him scream, show me the money, show me the money. Basically, talk is cheap. Money works, right? Or action works. Don't tell me what you're going to do. Do it. Show me the action. Show me the money. Don't tell me that you're going to get me a big contract. Show me the money on the paper. Show me that it's done. Actions speak louder than words. So people often use this. It doesn't have to be about money. It's about any action. Don't talk, do. Okay. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Now, most people only say this part. I love the smell of napalm in the morning, but the full quote is, it smells like victory. So this is from the very famous movie Apocalypse Now. Marlon Brando is also in that, and Martin Sheen. And Robert Duvall is actually the actor, but the character that says this expression. So the scene in this movie, there's a big fight, and napalm, by the way, is a gas that was used in the Vietnam War. It was very explosive, very flammable. and they used it to attack the Vietnamese, and they blew up huge areas of land. So there was a battle, and the Americans came and they bombed the whole jungle and they killed all the Vietnamese. And then they landed, and then this colonel comes out of the helicopter and like without a shirt. He goes, "I love the smell of napalm in the morning." So amid all the chaos, he's just showing how confident he is. He's very casual, like nothing happened. He's not afraid of being shot. He's like the alpha male. So people often use this expression when there's a lot of going on. There's a bit of a chaos, but you feel extremely confident. I love the smell of napalm. You enjoy the chaos because you can be better than the chaos. That's the situation you would use it in. Next, Toto. I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. This is from The Wizard of Oz. It's again very old movie. I think 1940s, early 40s. So this girl goes to sleep, and there was a tornado that picked up her house and flew her to some strange new land, which is called Oz. And she lands, and she comes out of the house with her Toto is her dog. She comes out with her dog, and there's like munchkins and all kinds of weird flowers, and there's a witch and a good witch and a bad witch. And suddenly she realizes that everything is very, very strange. So she says to the dog, "I don't think we're in Kansas anymore." Obviously, they're in a very strange, unusual place. A good word here is surreal. Surreal means like above reality. It's not, something is so unbelievable, but it's still part of reality. You're not sure how to deal with it. So any situation where you're very confused, or you think everything is very strange around you, or something doesn't make sense, you can say, "I don't think we're in Kansas anymore." Like the situation has completely changed from reality. Now, the next one is actually a very funny line because it's considered one of the cheesiest or corniest lines in movies. Cheesy or corny means very weak, very kind of nerdy. It's a very bad line. It shouldn't have been in any movie, but it was so bad that it became so popular. Everybody knows this line, and people use it quite regularly. Nobody puts baby in the corner. And you notice baby is capitalized. This is one of the characters' names. So this girl went to a country club, a summer country club with her parents, and she fell in love with one of the dance teachers. And then her father found out and was very angry. So the final show, the final night of the summer before they go home, they're at the banquet hall, and baby is in the corner. And this dancer, who was the tough bad guy, he comes and tells her dad, nobody puts baby in the corner. And he takes her onto the stage, and they do their dance, and everybody's happy. So basically, nobody puts baby in the corner. People use when somebody is trying to limit them or hold them back or keep them back. So if somebody is trying to not let me do something I want to do, I will say, nobody puts baby in the corner, and then I go do whatever it is I want to do. Again, mostly girls say it. Guys don't really say it so much, but you could. The meaning is the same. It's like it's a funny line. Okay, last one. So you talking to me? You talking to me? If you ever saw Taxi Driver with Robert De Niro, it's a very famous scene where he's standing in front of the mirror and pretending somebody's insulting him, and he's like, "You talking to me?" Like very New York style. So people say this when they want to show like a little bit of confidence. Like somebody said something to me, and I say, "You talking to me? Are you talking to me?" Like basically I'm making fun of that person, showing him that he's a little bit silly, he shouldn't start with me, or I want to show confidence to that person, like, don't start with me. Usually it's said as a joke more than serious, but some people do say it seriously. So here are a few. I'm going to give you a few more because I wanted to concentrate a little bit on Star Wars, because Star Wars is quoted a lot. So I'm going to give you a sample of those quotes. Let's see. Okay, so now we're going to look specifically at a few Star Wars quotes, because Star Wars has become a phenomenon. It is so popular all over the world, and there are actually so many good lines in the movie that people often quote. Okay, so this is Yoda says this, I think, to Luke. Do or do not. There is no try. Basically, don't try to do something, just do it or give up doing it, right? So do or do not. And this is for a lot of situations. Don't try to learn English. Do it. Just learn English. Don't try to get a job. Get a job, right? Trying means that you're not putting 100% effort. Doing is the key. Obi-Wan has taught you well. So when somebody does something very good, or very well, I should say, or in a very good way, we say, oh, Obi-Wan has taught you well. It's a bit of a joke, but it means that you did something very well. You successfully completed your task or mission. The force is strong with this one. It's very similar to this one. We say, like I would say, about somebody. Obi-Wan has taught you well, one-to-one. The force is strong with this one means this person is very good, hard worker, or maybe he's just very good at something he does, and the force is strong. The force is from the movie. Like the force is the power, the energy that makes the Jedi. If you haven't seen the movie, don't worry about it. But if you have seen the movie, you know. Use the force, Luke. So if somebody needs a little bit of motivation or a little bit of encouragement, we say, use the force, Luke. Like put all your energy into it, put all your talent, all your capability. Don't give up. Try to do. Now this one I wouldn't say is quoted often, but what I want to point out is the structure. So Yoda says the greatest teacher failure is. So Yoda is the way Yoda speaks. Yoda is a character in the movie. He puts the verb at the end of the sentence. He inverts the sentences. So people often say something by inverting the sentence and putting the verb at the end to try to sound like Yoda. It sounds wise and has a lot of wisdom in it and helps somebody. Plus, this is a very good quote. The greatest teacher failure is not something to be ashamed of. Failure teaches you how to succeed the next time. So don't be afraid of failure. So a few Star Wars movies, but again, watch the movies and you'll get a lot more good lines from that, like, Luke, I am your father. People say that all the time in whatever strange situation when they want to surprise people. And there's a lot more. Now, I do want to include this one because this is probably the most quoted line from a movie and that everybody uses. Frankly, there should be an L in here. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn, from the movie Gone with the Wind. At the end of the movie, the character finally gives up on this woman. He says, you know what? I just don't care anymore. And then he leaves and the movie ends. And at the time, this movie was, I think, like in the 1920s or 30s. Saying this in a movie was a very big deal. Now, this word is almost nothing. It's a swear word, just in case you're not sure. At the time, that was a very big deal. So that's also one of the reasons this line became famous, but also because, you know what, I just don't care anymore. Do whatever you want, right? And we use this in the same context as well. So there you go, a few lines to help you understand native speakers. And just a fun line. If you ever watched The Princess Bride, a lot of people know this line. I am Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. It's a meaningless sentence. This character just wants to get revenge on the man who killed his father. And he says this line over and over and over again. And it's a funny line, so a lot of people know it. And a lot of people will quote it at random situations. So if you hear it, you know where it's from and why they're saying it. It's just for fun. So hopefully this was a little bit helpful for you. If you have any questions, please go to engVid.com and you can ask me there. I'll be happy to help you out. There's also a quiz to help you understand. Make sure you got good comprehension from this video. So you can take the quiz at engVid.com as well. If you like the video, give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And you can also ring the bell if you want to get notifications when new videos come out on my channel. And I'll see you again soon with new stuff and new tips to learn English. See you. Bye-bye.